Take me in. If you don't take that risk, you won't know the outcome.
Sound, this shit crazy.
When I struggled, I got no hand. I misunderstood, they won't understand. I'ma stick to the plan. Take risk and prosper. I'm really trying to get these bands. When I struggled, I got no hand. I misunderstood, you won't understand. I growth on my ones, I made a plan. I'ma stick to it, I'ma see these bands. Experience some shit, it wasn't part of the plan. Twist and turn, bridges burn. I was patient, but now it's my turn.
What's going on, everybody? I hope you've been good. I hope you've been well. Currently back on the channel once again, and back with another video usually means back with another banger. But today we're back with something a little bit different. Just like what you're seeing in the titles, yes guys, this video actually is what it is. This is basically going to be a story time, a very nice and short story time that's going to be just straight to the point. Alright, so you're probably wondering, ProEvo-koko, what are we seeing on our screens? Why are we seeing FTS 15 on our screens? The reason, ladies and gentlemen, the reason why you're seeing FTS 15 on your screens and you're not seeing PES, any of the PES games that I do on this channel on your screens is because, well, this is pretty much where it all began for me. This is where ProEvo-koko was born and created. Although at the time, of course, I didn't know I was gonna actually pull this channel off and call myself ProEvo-koko. Alright, this was the very first compilation that I made, the very first football compilation that I ever made, which was exactly 2 years ago. Well, not exactly 2 years ago, it was more like 2 years ago and a week ago. So I probably should have made this, I probably should have made this compilation basically last week. But I just got preoccupied with other stuff and I ended up forgetting to make it. So I only remembered quite recently, which was like yesterday after I made the Rainbow Games Begin Part 3. That's when I remembered, oh snap, you know, the story time of how it all began, where it all started. Alright, so this compilation that you're seeing, guys, is very different from the ones I've made in terms of, like, it was not made automatically. It was made physically. ProEvo-koko, what do you mean? What I mean is that I had to, this compilation was very difficult to make because I had to actually physically record these clips. What I did was I was physically recording the replays that I saved in every match that I played on this game on FTS 15. I also did the same for Dream League as well. That's right, I used to love Dream League, and FTS and Dream League were my favorite games to play on the mobile, and guess what? To this day, they still are my favorite games to play, but only, like, depends if I'm, like, extremely bored and I've got nothing else to do and I'm not feeling anything else that I'm doing, then I'll pull these games out of my tablet and start jamming them. Alright, so this took me like an hour and a half to make. It was not easy because I was doing it all by myself. You know, I was holding the tablet and I had to make sure that I was holding the tablet steady. You know, I had to make sure while I was holding the tablet was steady. That's what I was trying to say. And I had to make sure that the tablet was not moving around a lot. You know what I'm trying to say? And that's how, and you know, I had to keep changing, you know, putting the tablet down and changing the replays that I wanted to record. So it was really very time consuming, man. It was really very time consuming. But this, can you believe that this all started just because of boredom? Yes, guys, I was extremely bored because you have to keep in mind, this was during the very serious lockdown. where lockdown restrictions were very high. You couldn't go out, you couldn't go to the shops, you couldn't go and visit friends or family. You couldn't even just go out for a walk. It was 100% compulsory to stay in the house. Otherwise, you'd get arrested, or worst case scenario, you'd even get shot or killed. All right. So I was extremely bored. Yes, I know I had my ministry at the time, because in case some of you didn't know, this channel used to be a ministry. But that day when I made this, I had nothing to preach about that day, and I was just extremely bored. So I just made this for fun. I just thought, hey, let me try create a football compilation and for fun, and that's how this came. After I was done making this compilation, I was like, you know what, this was pretty cool at the time. This was really cool for me and really fascinating. I could not stop rewatching it, man. I couldn't stop rewatching. I kept rewatching it over and over again. Then the next day, right? That's when I decided that, you know what, I want to now create a PES compilation, which I'll showcase in the next, not in the next video, but maybe sometime next week, without even speaking over it too much, because you've already seen, you've already heard me tell the story of how it all began, how it all came about. You know what I'm trying to say? So I'll just show you the very first PES compilation that I made, which I also made physically as well. You'll see, I'll show it to you guys. And without speaking over it, maybe I'll speak a little bit over it, and then I'll let you enjoy the rest of it. All right, so this has pretty much been this was a nice short story time of how it all began, where it all started. It started from FTS 15, and I decided to now bring it on along to my favorite game of all time, which is PES Pro Evolution Soccer. All right. Little did I know 2 years ago. I never knew that this would come about. I never knew that I would be able to pull it off, but somehow I'm managing to pull it off. The reason why I didn't start sooner was because of two reasons: fear and because of InShot. InShot was not as advanced as it is right now. Alright, InShot 2 years ago was still pretty cool to use, but it just was not as advanced. Because right now, compared to how it was because I've been using InShot for 3 years. I've been using it since 2019, or probably 4 years, since 2018. Compared to these last 4 to 3 years, it's improved quite a lot. It's extremely advanced to how it was at least even 2 years ago. So that's also the other reason why I didn't start this channel. Then of course I was more focused on my ministry at the time. But I wish I had started a lot sooner, man. I wish I had started a lot sooner, what I'm trying to say? Because I would have probably been a lot more further than I am right now, with subscribers and views, most probably. But anyway, that's going to bring the story time to a close. And that's going to bring the story time to a stop. If you guys enjoyed and you'd like to see more videos like this, please comment, like, share, subscribe. And stay tuned for more. And take care. ProEvo-koko signing out. And I'll see you in the next one.